All right, just a quick heads up before we dive in. This explainer is purely for educational purposes. Some of the data you're about to see is approximate, and in the world we're talking about, things change fast. We've tried our best to make sure everything is spot on.
So today, we're unpacking the incredible story of YouTube. We're going to go on a journey from its super humble beginnings back in 2005 all the way to its status as an absolute global powerhouse today.
And really, it all comes down to this one huge question. How on earth did a simple website for sharing videos morph into one of the most influential platforms on the planet? A platform that shapes culture, creates entire careers, and literally changes the way we see the world. Okay, let's get into it. We're winding the clock all the way back to a time before YouTuber was a real job title and going viral was something you worried about after a handshake. This is the birth of the platform. You know, it all happened so fast, it's kind of hard to believe. The company was founded in early 2005. Just a couple of months later, in April, the very first video, the now famous Me at the Zoo, went live. By the end of the year, it was in public beta and the growth was just explosive. And then in 2006, the moment that changed everything, Google came knocking. So who were the brains behind the operation? It was three friends, all former colleagues at PayPal: Chad Hurley, Steve Chen, and Jawed Karim. They basically stumbled upon a shared frustration that would end up sparking a full-blown revolution. And what was that big problem? Well, it sounds so simple to us now, but back then, sharing a video online was a complete nightmare. There was just no single, easy, reliable place to upload a video and just, send a link to your friends. They solved a problem that we didn't even realize we had, but on a massive, massive scale. And Google was paying attention. They'd been struggling with their own service, Google Video, so they knew this was a game they couldn't afford to lose. So they paid a staggering $1.65 billion for the company. It was a huge gamble at the time, but that buyout gave YouTube the firepower it needed to handle its insane growth and truly go global. With Google's resources, YouTube wasn't just a website anymore. It was about to become a cultural force, and it was all thanks to the people who were actually using it. This is where the creator revolution really began. The real game changer was the YouTube Partner Program, launched in 2007. And this was the key that unlocked everything. For the very first time, YouTube said, hey, we'll share the money we make from ads with you, the people actually making the videos. And just like that, a hobby could become a profession. That financial incentive just unleashed this massive wave of creativity. It's what gave birth to viral culture as we know it today. And it created the very first generation of full-time YouTubers, people who built entire careers just making videos in their bedrooms. And this just perfectly illustrates the next explosion. As smartphones became a normal part of life, YouTube suddenly found a home in billions of pockets around the world. Mobile viewership just skyrocketed, completely dwarfing desktop use and giving creators this direct line to a massive, always-online global audience. But here's the thing, with that kind of massive scale, with all that money and all that influence, well, it came with a whole new set of massive problems. The platform's teenage years, let's just say, were full of challenges and a whole lot of controversy. You see, the creator economy got way more complicated than just ads. Suddenly, creators could earn money through direct sponsorships with brands or by offering channel memberships, where their biggest fans could pay a monthly fee for exclusive content and perks. But this growth came with some serious growing pains. We had events like the Adpocalypse, where big advertisers got scared and pulled their money, which sent creator revenues plummeting. That forced YouTube to really tighten its rules. And that's on top of a super complex copyright system, major concerns over kids' content, and the never-ending debate about the recommendation algorithm. And the sentiment, you hear it from so many creators. It really gets to the heart of the frustration. The algorithm, this system that decides what videos get seen, it often felt like a complete mystery, a black box that could make or break your career overnight with absolutely no explanation. And all of that pressure, it had a real human cost. This constant need to upload to please the algorithm, combined with just insane competition, led to a huge problem: creator burnout. The so-called dream job of being a YouTuber started to show its dark side, and it was marked by incredible stress and mental fatigue. As the internet kept evolving, YouTube had to evolve right along with it. The rise of a whole new video format forced the platform into one of its biggest changes in years. This was the beginning of the era of shorts. This chart tells the whole story. Audience attention spans were shifting. and they were shifting dramatically toward these short, vertical, super snackable videos. To compete with other fast-growing platforms, YouTube had to jump on this trend, or risk getting left behind. And that evolution is not slowing down. Today, we're seeing another huge shift, and it's all about artificial intelligence. AI tools are now helping creators with everything from brainstorming ideas and writing titles to actually editing their videos. It's making content creation faster and more accessible than it has ever been. So where does this all go? After all this, what's next for the world's biggest video platform and the millions of creators who call it home? Well, to understand the future, you first have to grasp the sheer scale of the present. Over 500 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube, get this, every single minute. That number is it's mind-boggling. And looking ahead, a few key trends are really starting to define what's coming. We're seeing the rise of content made purely by AI, a creator economy that just keeps expanding with new ways to earn, and even the emergence of virtual or AI-powered creators. The very definition of a YouTuber is about to change all over again. You know, from a simple video at a zoo to a global stage for AI-powered virtual beings, YouTube's story is one of constant, relentless change. It just goes to prove that a single idea, a single upload, can truly change the world.